last night announcing the team. He said to a particular question on DK and Rishabh Pant, he said, no worries, no problems. India is going to win the World Cup.
Jesus. I haven't heard what he said, but I'm glad he's very confident. We'll have to play well to win. There's no question about it. Yeah, we started well. A little bit of a disappointing game at Perth. I thought we fought really well and fought really hard, and a little bit of luck here and there. We made a few mistakes as well, and that could have been slightly different result. But having said that, the Pakistan game could have gone the other way as well. So yeah, these things happen in 2020 cricket. But yeah, we're very confident, but we know we have to play very, very well from here on in if we want to win. It's really a question of winning the next 4 games. Really, it's literally you have to win the next 4 games to be able to win this tournament.
Rahul, the question is how are you assessing? Is there a problem with technique or mindset as far as KL Rahul is concerned? Is there something that's bothering you, his approach?
No, not at all. I think he's a fantastic player, and he's got a proven track record. He's done really well. I thought he's been batting superbly, and these things can happen. I think in a 2020 game, sometimes it's been a tough. It's not been that easy for sort of top order batsmen. This tournament's been pretty challenging. I thought he was superb in the. Maybe a lot of you were not there, but in the practice game against Australia with Mitchell Starc and Patrick Cummins, and it was a pretty good attack, and I thought he batted superbly in that day to get 60. I think 50 or 60. I'm not sure exactly how much of quite few. So he's actually playing really well, and yeah, just hoping it all clicks together over the next 3 or 4 games. And yeah, we know his quality, we know his ability, and he's really well suited for these kind of conditions, these kind of pitches. He's got a good all-round game. He's got a very good, strong back foot game, which is obviously very much required in these conditions. So yeah, so we're pretty confident. We're happy with the way he's hitting it.
Rahul, talking about this match, again, there's some rain threat. What actually the team do when there's a chance of rain cattle match, DLS and something, Dakwa twist comes in and all. And if it becomes a 10-over match or 12-over match, then what exactly is the approach naturally the teams take?
I mean, we can't and from our general chat has always been to control what we can control. I mean, the weather and what is going to happen. Unfortunately, we can't really control, right? I mean, I think considering one, I think Afghanistan's been very unfortunate. I think 2 of the games have got washed out. We've been lucky. We've had, we've been able to play both our sort of, all 3 of our games full 20 overs. So we've been lucky, I'd say. But yeah, we can only control what we can control. I mean, if the weather tomorrow challenges us or forces us to play a 10-12 over game, then we'll respond, accordingly. We'll play it like it is. I mean, you can't go in thinking about it or planning up for a 10 over. You don't know how many overs it will be. So you go in thinking it'll be a 20 over game, and then we'll just respond accordingly. So yeah, we'll control it as and when we get there.
Rahul sir, I mean, just a quick follow-up on KL Rahul. So, I mean, when you tell us that KL Rahul has been batting really well, do you also address this issue in the dressing room and also tell him the same thing, that yes, you have been batting really well, these conditions suit you, or do you just let him be because, I mean, it's fine as long as the team is doing well?
No, we have a lot of conversations with our players, and a lot of it is it's hard to get into exact details about what conversations you have with your players, but rest assured, I think both in words and in action, I think over the last year he knows he has our support. He's known that there's been a lot of clarity about what our side is going to be, what our squad is going to be come to this tournament, and we haven't wavered from that for a very long time. Yes, because we play a lot of cricket, you might see a lot of different people playing in different situations, in different games. There've been a lot of injuries, including him. He's had phases where he's unfortunately been injured. But in word and in action, I think with all of our players, we've and I think that's the great thing about Rohit, that he's really shown them that confidence and that belief.
Rahul, Vimal Kumar here. पिछले 1-1.5 साल से जब से आपने कोच बने, विराट कोहली को लेकर सवाल हो रहे थे, लेकिन आप लोगों ने आप या कप्तान आप लोगों ने कहा कि नहीं हम सपोर्ट करते हैं और उन्होंने जस्टिफाई किया। सेम थिंग अभी राहुल के साथ या डीके के साथ या किसी और प्लेयर के साथ होती है। ऐसे में कप्तान और कोच के लिए कितना डिफिकल्ट होता है? डू यू ट्राई टू से कि देखो हमारे पास कोहली का एग्जांपल है, हमने बैक किया, या फिर इस तरह की चीजें होती है, आपको पता है कि अगर चीजें नहीं वर्कआउट होती हैं तो सारा ब्लेम भी आएगा। एज ए कोच और कैप्टन कितना डिफिकल्ट होता है व्हेन सम इंडिविजुअल्स आर स्ट्रगलिंग और आप लोग उसको टू द हिट बैक कर रहे होते हैं?
नहीं, डिफिकल्ट तो होता ही नहीं एक्चुअली, हमारे लिए तो ये डिफिकल्ट है ही नहीं, क्योंकि हम लोग ज्यादा ध्यान नहीं देते कि बाहर क्या हो रहा है, क्या लोग कह रहे हैं. We have certain ideas in mind. We have certain belief in players. We played the game enough to know that people will go through some ups and downs. We also understand the nature of Indian cricket, which there is, once you've gone past Kohli and Kohli has scored runs, who's the next guy? And then if Rahul scores runs, okay, let's look around, who's the next guy? So that's part of the job. I mean, and that's not, I don't mean that in a derogatory manner. That's just the nature of professional sport, right? I think, when we play this game, actually, it's not at all difficult for us because we are very clear. We don't get, swayed by what is said outside and what people are saying. We have the confidence in our players. We have the belief in our players. We know, especially in this 2020 format, which is such a, how can you put it, high risk format in the sense that you're asking people to play a high risk brand of cricket. You're asking them to play a positive brand of cricket. We've always had that belief that we need to give them that confidence, that backing. And our players, and whoever we picked here in the 15, we can't always play everyone in the 15. We only play 11. But everyone has our, backing and support, and they've been here because we know their quality. And we also understand that times, they might not be able to deliver for us. It doesn't, make them bad players. But yeah, they certainly back them, and they have our support. It's not difficult at all for us to back players and support players.